Well, boys, we are back with another video. It has been a long time, but today is the 27th of November on the test server. The new expansion is live. It has been up for a couple hours, maybe. I have already knocked out visiting everything, so I'm just kind of killing stuff and having a good time. Lot of blue con mobs. That's not really what I wanted to see. I want to see a lot of yellows and reds. But I found a red. I've been clearing out a couple different things that looked like placeholders to me, and that was these Scalewrought Sky Defenders. They looked a little odd compared to the other ones. There's two of them in this area. We are in the Aureate Covert. I don't know the story of this expansion. Boys, I am just flying in this totally blind. I jumped in today, didn't touch beta like I normally don't. Ran and got my spells and just wanted to find a tier 2 zone. I think I found one. There's a spawn that's going to occur right there. Now, so what's been happening is these mobs have like a special debuff that comes at you. And it comes at you pretty hard, or not very hard on the trash mobs. But I've got a feeling the bosses are going to probably have like some sort of, big time effect. So anyway, I'm going to pull out a somewhat buffed jobber. Not the best. I'm going to tag this thing and... Alright, please come back out here. Come back out here. There we go. Alright, debuff. Tash. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Okay. Boys, let's just find out what does a new boss in the new expansion, what does it do? I'm going to hit silent. I'm just going to take all the precautions that I have. We're about ready. Leech. Knight. There's Rogue. I'm going to go ahead and click that. We have a double disease, so because of that, we now are using the Swarm Pet again, which I don't mind. I'm not really seeing any crazy increase in my DPS. My focus AAs are still basically at 0. Got to work on getting those up. 2. Got to get all these buffs back on them. Just waiting for wounds to click. And my mana's not looking hot, so maybe this debuff is a little more than what I thought. Okay, there's blink, so we'll hit prep, and we'll hit burn, and we will go ahead and just burn this thing to the ground as fast as we can. We'll take a look at game parse afterwards. I definitely am going to need to figure out a way to get this AA that's required to get rid of this debuff, because this debuff is pretty nasty. Definitely dropping mana pretty quickly. I'm going to hit Death Bloom just to get things. Alright, so the burn was average. It's not a good sign. Burn was average. Mana's starting to become an issue. Jobber's becoming an issue. We'll see how we do. I'm going to go ahead and throw out a couple more. We're at 23%. I think what I will do is focus on my big 4 dots and let the rest play out. We're down to 20% mana. This guy's down to 10%-ish. I am out of twin cast, but I don't see a problem with any of this. We'll wrap it up, and I'll go over just kind of the pet, jobber, the gear, the buffs, and what we just did. All right, let's see. First named in the books, that was the Marshal, Scalewrought Marshal. We will viz up, sit down. Okay, boys, let's see, what do we have? Fortitude, Focus, Uprising, Trade Skill. Okay. So this is our spells. Okay. Blazing Bauble, an ear. Okay. And then Obscured Feet Armor of the Shackled Lord. Okay, so I'm going to let server know, because we're all still figuring this all out. Somehow I cannot quite get this. There we go. So Gamparse shows us Scalewrought Marshal. 393,594. Not crazy. 393. Okay. The DPS was 1.6. That's kind of 1.6. That's kind of high, to be honest with you, for the first of the first tier. I assume this is tier 2 of the expansion. That's 1.6 already, and I have got absolutely. What am I doing? I have, for my focus, I have purchased our big pirate. That's it. Everything else is still normal. So that's just going to go up. And that's interesting. Because 1.6 is pretty high. So, the things to take from this, boys, is we're going to be able to solo these mobs and these bosses. But what is going to be, a challenge for some of you is that I am using a memory forged Summoner's Earring. So I have the benefit of a high EM. I don't know if a group earring is going to be able to tank it. But if you get the debuff, you won't have to worry so much about your mana and everything. And in that case, you could heal your pet, so it might be all right. If you get the AA, that is a debuff that removes the disease type thing that we get hit with from these bosses. That might be where you can go ahead and focus on a little bit of healing and not have to worry about your mana, not have to because I paid zero attention to Jobber. I saw him take a little bit of a hit, and I threw on Aegeus, but I don't see it being a problem. We'll find a way to get that. I assume it's a progression. They've been talking about it in general the whole time. But, yeah. So, boys, you're looking at these Sky Defenders. I found 2 of them. It's right near the Gilded Spire zone in. There's 2 mobs in here. One's the trash, blue con. The other is the flyer, just like this flyer over here. The other one that looks like a name to me is this guy. Curator. I don't see other curators. I see observers. So, I don't know, boys. I know this video wasn't much help, and dang it, I looted the corpse before I took a screenshot, so that's no good. But it's the first kill in the new expansion for, I believe it's a tier 2 boss. Maybe it's tier 1. I can't tell. I've been to every zone, and in previous expansions, tier 2s are all white, yellows, and red bosses. And then in tier 1s, it's all blue cons. Well, in this entire expansion, every zone is filled with blues and just casually tosses in a random even con or maybe a yellow every now and then. I mean, and that's a placeholder and it's blue. So, I don't know. Maybe this is a tier 1. I don't know, boys. I'm confused. I know as the days and weeks go on, everyone will figure all this stuff out. And maybe the people in beta already did, and I'm in the tier 1 zone right now. Again, I'm in the Aureate Covert, which is like, the Splendid Covert, which I don't know what that means. I don't know what's splendid about it. I don't know anything about the expansion, but it's awesome because there's a zone you zone in, and it looks like you're going into intestines. There are so many dragons. This is going to be a good one. At least for a weirdo like me that just loves this, old school killing dragons. So, boys, I don't know. I don't know if this video is going to help you. But, man, this has been... I've been waiting for a long time, and I'm glad this expansion is out. I'm glad the first kill was not just a walk in the park. Once I get that AA that removes the aura, the song, whatever it is, that takes a 1% of your mana like every few seconds. Once I get rid of that, it'll probably be a lot easier. But yeah. Anyway, boys, lots more to come. Lots more to come. So any questions, comments, leave them below. Yeah, that's about it. It's been a while, so my whole pacing is off on videos. I know this one's all over the place, but that's what you get. And they'll get streamlined again here real soon. See you all in the next video.